Okay, good evening, folks. Example it here. We're gonna get started on a series where I'm gonna be doing the campaign on War on the Sea, which I'm sure most viewers by now who are war gamers probably know came out what, yesterday? Is that right? 2 days ago? Anyways, I can't even remember right now, but um so I'm going to start this campaign series, the Battle of Guadalcanal. We're going to fight our way up the slot. So let's jump right into it. I've already got the campaign going on. Or at least I've got my initial setup of forces. We're loading up Watchtower. And here we are, Solomon Sea. So let's take a look at the map here. Right now, my forces are poised to advance from the east. Right now, I'm not defending the Bismarck Sea or anything like that. Right now, the British are kind of on their own. Taking a risk here, I guess. I already, unfortunately, know that this campaign is scripted enough to have a submarine located about right here, and a Japanese fleet operating on this channel. So what I have is the USS Tuna. This is a little bit of a different plan than what I set up last night. I'm sending the Tuna to be my only force that's over here, kind of near, I guess, the Bismarck Sea in this area. And just watch out for a Japanese invasion force or anything else like that. I don't know, I may send the submarine up north from there after a while. Another submarine, patrol up the slot. And then I've got my surface action group. Surface action groups consisting of a New Orleans class cruiser, the USS Vincennes, and two Brooklyn class cruisers. Some of those ships swapped out. Right now they're in line of stern formation. Oh, shit. Sorry, I forgot to change the screen over. Anyways, rookie mistake. So I've got New Orleans class heavy cruiser, two Brooklyn class cruisers, escorted by 4 destroyers. Gonna make their way to Lunga Point, where I expect the Japanese fleet to be. I've got my landing force. It's going to be deploying west of Santa Cruz Islands as an option to take that airfield instead of Guadalcanal, if Guadalcanal's too hot. Got a covering force, carriers heading south of Guadalcanal, where they're going to offer air cover for my surface fleet. Silver Sides does not have any orders, so we're going to send the Silver Sides up the slot, patrol Iron Bottom Sound. Recon flight B-17's going to scout out the Lunga Point, see if we can identify the Japanese fleet out there. And again, this is the Tuna. This is before I changed my screen over. As I said before, the Tuna is going to be my only defense of New Guinea in Port Moresby. So I'm taking a risk there. I don't know if the Japanese, is gonna tack up this these channels and take New Guinea. We shall see. And the albacore up the slot. Anyways, let's go ahead and press play and see what the heck happens. Alright, we've got Japanese submarine. We're going to go ahead and move into the attack. Pause. Target. And let's see. Also want to accelerate my speed. There we go. Whoops. This is where the wonky formation thing comes in. So I only split one B-17 out there. Alright, let's hit target. Attack. And go ahead and speed up before the Japanese sub dives. Why are they slowing down? Alright, so messed up the formation there. Who knows, we may get a lucky hit on this Jap sub. Alright, boys. Come the B-17s. I don't know why those two bombers fell back out of formation. Alright. Enemy sub diving. Now last night when I hit a sub, it actually did some damage to it, so... Here come the rest of the bombers. I don't know if they drop their loads. Doesn't look like it. As a matter of fact, they didn't get the attack order. Although I had all three of them selected here, so I don't know why that didn't carry through their orders. I'll just kind of write that off to some miscoms in the air here. Let's go ahead and end this. You can't leave for 30 seconds. Beautiful looking bomber, isn't it? Yeah, I love that thing. Is that B-17F, maybe? Without the chin turret? I don't know if they have B-17Fs. I don't know if they have B-17Fs in 1941. Alright, B-17's continuing their patrol. Moving up the slot. And nothing spotted. Carrier group is advancing just to, I believe it's orders. okay, is to move south from here. Now, last night when I played this, Japanese fleet was actually pretty advanced out into Iron Bottom Sound, out to the east here, I thought. And then the fleet, after I bombed the heck out of it, it actually retreated northwest. Now, this is all before me playing this campaign, and you know, we'll just play it off as I've got advanced intelligence. There's a Japanese fleet operating right there, northeast of Guadalcanal. So let's play this out. Alright, I want to launch another sortie. Okay, it is dark now. Let me move this up here so the audience can see it. It's currently dark. It is 1:18 in the morning. Air operations are forbidden right now. And this is what's so important, I think, about timing in this game. It doesn't really facilitate it very well, but you know, it's adequate. So let's go ahead and play this out. Now, I don't want to tangle with the Japanese in the evening. It is now 4:30 in the morning. Let's pause this. It's almost 5 in the morning. Japanese fleet operating somewhere over here. I'm going to be launching air operations here as soon as, let's see. So I could have air operations in 10 minutes. Okay. It's 5 in the morning. I should be able to have air operations. The Avengers, I believe, have a longer range. Let's take a look. Oops. Wrong thing there. I can't access. Oh, there we are. Alright, so the Avenger has... It's not giving me the range. Okay, alright, so I can't get the range until I actually buy it, but I believe the Avengers got longer range, and I'm going to launch a strike of 6 of them. And we are going to move up Iron Bottom Sound, and they could go 360 nautical miles. So we're close enough. Let's go ahead and launch this airstrike. Or really, it's a reconnaissance. Now, let me pause it. I'd like to know when can I launch my next airstrike. 1 hour, 1.4 hours. So at 6:30, I'll be able to launch my next airstrike. Japanese fleet spotted. Alright. Let's move into this. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Still gets to me. Alright, so Avenger Squadron 1. Let's take a look at what the Japanese fleet looks like. Alright. And okay, so again, we're dealing with a scripted campaign because we've got the same deal. We've got 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers. So I'm going to go ahead and bomb the hell out of these heavy cruisers. So, Avenger number 1, I wish for you. Let's see. Target. Heavy cruiser number 1. Avenger Squadron 2. Wish for you to target number 2, heavy cruiser. Orders to attack. Orders, you are to attack. Engage. Jeez. Why do I keep pressing that middle mouse? What do I think it actually does? Still trying to get used to the controls of this game. Alright, so here are my bombers swooping in from the Japanese fleet. Can't get time compression. Alright. So now they're making their attack run. Okay, boys. You hang in there. Be brave. There's the Japanese fleet headed down the slot. This game looks beautiful, no doubt. No doubt. I think it's immersive. The flak bursts look spectacular in this game. Alright, approaching target is where I wish time compression were. Get ready to drop torpedoes. I don't like this angle of attack. You know, I mean, obviously I've got the choice to change that, but I'm about to come into flak fire. I would have liked to have hit him from that angle off the forward bow. It's always the best way to make a torpedo strike. Currently taking a lot of flak. Hang in there, boys. Destroyers are making their turn. Tenroyu light cruiser taking heavy flak. And my boys drop their torpedoes. Torpedoes away. Alright, we lost 1. We lost 2 Avengers. 3 Avengers. Okay, I need you boys to retreat. Got 35 seconds to retreat. Currently falling back. We got a torpedo strike. 2 torpedo strikes. There's another one. Okay. 1 torpedo missed. As This, Alright, so she's got a list on her. Obviously there's flooding going on. I've lost half my squadron. Go ahead and leave. Okay. Heavy flooding, moderate. Alright, so these two heavy cruisers should be limping right now. So I should have the ability to launch a strike now. It's 6:17 in the morning. So can we do that? Hornet. I've got another 15 minutes before I can launch my next airstrike. The enemy fleet is, and this is where I wish we had a little bit of time, and I actually had time to bearing, or excuse me, to waypoint. It is morning, so I don't know. I don't have any issues scraping with the Japanese, you know, at about 10 in the morning, but I'm also outnumbered, so I want to keep him back. And I want to just keep them as a blocking force as my transports advance. There we go. Graphical user interface is wonky. So my transports, I mean, what I'm doing is I'm making an end run. I want to drive the Japanese off. I want to replicate basically Operation Shoestring, where we didn't know what the hell we were going to encounter off Lunga Point when our transports landed there. And sure enough, you know, what was it, later that evening or the next evening, I can't remember, but that's when the Japanese came down the slot and just slaughtered our cruisers. So let's go ahead and press play. And we should have about 15 minutes. I lost count. 00 hour. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, these guys need to RTB. Okay, now I should be able to launch my next airstrike. Next airstrike, 6 Dauntlesses. 6:53 in the morning. Course. In case the Japanese is moving down the slot, they're going to reach there in a little less than an hour. I don't have to worry about the Japanese fleet coming down here and bushwhacking my carrier now. Now that I've got them identified, I'm going to pound them from the air. So let's do it. Okay, here we go. Enemy fleet identified. There they are. Japanese fleet again. We're going to hit them again. And I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I've actually got a save game called Save Scum. Overwrite. This game is liable to crash. Did at most inopportune time last night. Alright. Let's see. Let's pause. Wish for my Dauntlesses. We got one flight of Dauntlesses. And I need you to target this one. This one is wounded. So in theory, this entire flight of 4 Dauntlesses should be able to pound that. Mogami, I think is what it was, should pound it into the seabed. So for that, I want you to attack. Second flight of Dauntlesses. Target this. Another heavy cruiser. Attack. Alright, let's get this going. And it did this last night. When I ordered a squadron to attack, it actually left out this airplane that ends up flying off on its own. So that's another bug in this game. Alright, here we go. Japanese fleet sighted. This is the wounded one. He should be listing. And it looks like he is. So this is what I don't get. I mean, I just hit the damn thing, 30 minutes ago in game time, and it's not burning anymore. So I don't know how the damage carries over in this game truly, but all right, here comes the incoming flight. Look at that flak, looking beautiful. Taking heavy fire, boys. Stay on target. Stay on target. Hit it. And bombs away. Lost one. What the hell? Did they miss? Did they not hit the target they were supposed to hit? What the hell? Alright. Is it because I lost the leader? No, I need you to hit that target. If you still have a bomb load, I need you to return and hit that target. I need you to still hit your target. I don't know what you got, but not good. There we go. Hell yeah. Okay, good. Excellent. Good job, boys. So that was like a level bombing. They did excellent work. Yeah, we got fire, incoming fire from everywhere right now. I need everyone to RTB. So this is the second time I've set that heavy cruiser burning right now. If I hit that sucker again, the next time I can make my next sortie and he's not smoking, I mean, damage has got to carry over, but you would expect that boat to be smoking the entire morning. So I don't know. I just hope the developers maybe work on that. That would be a nice addition. All right. So the enemy fleet right now is somewhere between Tulagi and Lunga Point. Vincennes and Savannah and the Boise, I believe, or I wish for you to kind of zigzag up, kind of press the Japanese as a blocking force. I'll be happy to force an engagement. I'll withdraw from it if I get overpowered, but that Mogami is damaged. I don't know if I'm on equal terms with it, but what the hell, we're gonna give it a go. You need to RTB. When can we launch our next strike? we can launch our next strike in 1 hour. Okay? So there is a lot going on here in a very short amount of time. We have a very busy morning here. I wanted to bring this engagement to a decisive point early in this campaign and see if we can put our boys on Guadalcanal. That's the intention. So let's hit play, see what the hell happens. Tuna. Where is the tuna? Alright, the tuna has currently been sighted by this Japanese sub that I believe is operating in this area. So I'm going to ignore that encounter. That's a Japanese I don't know, I-16 or whatever they call it. I can't get to my encyclopedia right now, but there's a Japanese sub that can actually operate a Jake reconnaissance plane. So anyways, let's push play. Let's ignore that. Kind of regret that because I needed to save. Okay, can I launch my next strike? It's 9:04 in the morning. 15 minutes. Okay. Can we launch a strike? Hornet cannot launch aircraft for 1.3 hours? Wait a minute. Alright, so because I've recovered aircraft, I am not able to launch my next strike. Shit. That's the quirky and rudimentary nature of the air groups in this game. But anyways, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna push this game engine for what it's got. That sucks. That changes my strategy. We'll just chalk it up to fog of war. Alright. So I'm gonna force a surface engagement. And here it comes. Alright. We are engaging at 9:51 in the morning. Now, am I able to launch aircraft? I cannot launch aircraft for another hour. Right now, the enemy is to the southwest of me. I'm going to want to position myself to not get boxed in here away from my naval air cover. So I am going to withdraw my fleet to the southeast. I do not want to make a general engagement right now. I want to pound this fleet from the air. So let's go ahead and alright, right now I want to immediately, well, let's see where the Japanese fleet shows up. Okay, I can't accelerate time. That means the Japanese fleet is close. It's a delicious beer. This is, again, Snake Handler from Birmingham, Alabama. Good stuff. Hell. My mistake. Alright, look at that beautiful battle fleet. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, where's the enemy fleet? I thought I saw it off port quarter over here. starboard quarter, or starboard 4, or whatever the hell you call it. I believe the Japanese fleet is around here. Do I want to retreat from this battle? Let's go ahead and do it while... Oh, wait a minute. I only spotted one vessel. That one vessel was the Megami. I wonder if she's limping behind. And the enemy fleet is retreating up the slot. Well, my fleet is still proceeding to the southwest, so I'm hoping to force this encounter. That's where I believe the enemy fleet is. So let's accelerate time. Should encounter the Japanese fleet again. And what is your status on your deck? 0.6 hours. Okay, I'm not sighting the Japanese fleet yet. What's the status of your deck? Alright. We've got an air group, but it's taking a beating right now. I've got plenty of Wildcats. Alright, we're going to hit them with Avengers again. We are going to launch a... Let's do it. Let's do a full airstrike of Avengers. I want my Avengers to move to that waypoint, and I wish for you to proceed to the northwest. From there out, in case the Japanese are retiring up this channel. I also have reason to believe there could be a damaged Megami here, which I lost sight of. And, because I only saw one of those Japanese ships on that encounter. Well, let's hang on a second. Alright. Alright, let's do this. We are proceeding... Okay, so my Avengers moved up. I accelerated that way too fast. So my Avengers flew up into the slot, moved to the northwest, did not sight the Japanese fleet. I want to continue to zigzag up this channel. My Avengers, they didn't spot anything. They still have an endurance of 137 miles. The Japanese may have retired up the slot. I've got 137 miles. I don't like that flight pattern now. No, I don't like that flight pattern. How the hell did you not find the Japanese fleet? Okay. So I want that flight pattern. I've got 137 miles endurance. I should be able to fulfill all my waypoints. I want this squadron to search back across Savo Island to Lunga Point in support of the cruiser squadron, my surface action group. Let's go. Where is the Japanese fleet? Where is the Japanese fleet? I would expect it to be there, and it is not. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. The question Alright, so my Avengers are... Go ahead and RTB. No. Okay, hang on. This is one thing. This is where... I got seaplanes, alright? So I figured out in this game how to actually use seaplanes. So I'm kind of discovering a couple things about this game that, like I said, I think this game's got good bones. It's just UI and it's a little bit... This thing is really fast-paced. Gets away from you. Alright, so we're launching a Kingfisher. I mean, frankly, I forgot I had the damn things. So, I want my Kingfisher to zigzag up this damn channel. Just keep on going until you find the damn Japanese fleet. Alright. Ready? Oh shit. Landing force. Oh crap. The landing force is currently under observation by the Japanese submarine. So what is that? I thought there was a sighting out here. Now there's a sighting out here. Do we have 2 Jap subs actually operating in these waters now? Let me pour myself another beer here. We'll ponder these imponderables together. Alright. So we're going to ignore that. However, this may bring a Japanese sub into contact with my landing force, which currently has 1, 2, 3 cargo ships and 2 destroyers. I have no aircraft. I have no air cover. I have no points. Now I've got 12 points. So let's go ahead and launch some air cover here for my the form of B-17s. So I'm going to launch an air group of 4 Bs. No, I take that back. I want Avengers with depth charges, and I want 4 of them. And you've got a range of 360 nautical miles. Now, this is another thing I wish the game had, is a nice range circle, right? So we are going to plot a course in order to figure out where the hell this Jap sub is. It's 312 miles. So that Jap sub ain't gonna be there by the time they get there. That'll be fun. I got 12 more command points. I mean, if anything, I can launch another air search. I can't launch aircraft for another hour. Okay, so there we've got that. Alright, so here we go. I got a Kingfisher airborne, currently zigzagging up the coast ahead of my fleet. Enterprise, when, or Hornet, when can you launch? Not for another hour and 30 minutes. Or hour and 20 minutes. Alright. 12 command points. What can we do with 12 command points? Okay, so Hebrides can launch bombers again, so B-17s cannot carry depth charges, obviously. but we're going to use them in an air search role. I want these B-17s to fly air cover. Just kind of do a pushing barrier pattern. And let's fish out this sub here operating west of the Santa Cruz Islands. We got an encounter, the Albacore. I'll be damned. We got 2 Japanese subs operating out here definitively, because those things only carry 1 aircraft. Or could this be Japanese reconnaissance aircraft from the Japanese fleet, which could be operating out here, but there's no way it could have gotten past. There's no way it could have gotten past me. So I need to bring this up here so the audience can see it. We've got an encounter here, and it's leading me to believe or suspect that the Japanese fleet could be out here, but I don't know how it could have gotten past me. We're going to ignore this and just keep pushing ahead. I mean, alright, so what bothers me right now is that I am not in contact with any Japanese forces here, but my transports are currently under aerial observation. I believe the Japanese fleet may be retiring up the slot. I don't think the Japanese fleet is operating out here because they just couldn't have gotten past me. I wish there was a way to rewind. Well, I mean, it is 1400 hours. There's no way they could have gotten past me. This has got to be two Japanese subs operating out here. Okay. Let's keep pushing this out. Avenger. Okay, so the Avenger is currently under... What the hell is the Avenger? Alright, ignore that. Let's keep pushing this forward. Enemy ships spotted near Avenger. Ships! Oh, okay, look at this. Hot dog. We scored, baby. My Avenger spotted the Japanese sub. We are diving in for the attack. Okay, let's let's start this. Okay. Still try. Okay, pause. Target T. Japanese sub. Accelerate. Attack. Accelerate. 238 knots. Attack that sub as fast as you can. Get over there as fast as you can. No time compression. Again, I wish that was a little bit more liberal in being able to use it, because it could take some time to get to these targets to resolve these small encounters. Alright, Japanese sub spotted on the horizon. Let's take a look at that bugger. What is that? So you can see this is the Japanese sub that's been launching that Pete. I believe it's a Pete. The biplane Japanese scout plane. Alright, they are approaching from the aft. Where's my bombers? Let's take a look at where my bombers are. There they are. Okay, there should be... They're currently coming under flak fire. Depth charges away. Japanese sub hasn't even dived. Yeah, I should have just brought bombs. That Japanese sub didn't dive. I just had the wrong payload. No two things about it. Alright, let's end this encounter. Leave in 35 seconds. Perfect amount of time to enjoy a tasty beer. Leaving in 20 seconds. Alright, we can leave right now. No damage. Alright. So that was an ineffectual airstrike, but what I am aware of is that there is a Japanese sub operating in this area. I've got B-17s that are going to get re-vectored to strike that enemy sub. Right now, I'm going to move this at a time frame of time 60. I still don't like me being under aerial observation here. I'm expecting to be intercepted by a Japanese sub, my landing force. If that happens... I got 2 aircraft here. Shit. What can we vector out there? Hell, I don't think my Wildcats have range to get out there, but hell, I want to send some Wildcats out there and shoot them sons of bitches down. Excuse my language, but I'm a little bit nervous that my landing fleet is currently under observation by 2 Japanese reconnaissance planes. So, the important thing right now is I need to fall back and cover my landing force, under the belief that the Japanese have retreated northwest up the slot. My carrier covering force is going to... I mean, hell, if it has to engage in ASW operations, it might have to. So let's go ahead and go to 60 seconds. It is landing force. It's overcast. Sea state is 6. I don't know. My landing force is nervous about it now. I'm falling back. Let's go up to 60. So this is a very critical day. Holy shit. No, excuse my language. Alright, Japanese fleet sighted. Spotted to the north. It is currently 1500 hours. Still got plenty of daylight. I want to be able to retire my fleet to the southeast and see if, while I have daylight left, to pound. I want dive bombers, and I want to launch a massive strike. I want to launch a massive airstrike and hit the Japanese fleet. And it will be there in a little over a half hour. In the meantime, stand by here. Let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, Japanese fleet is going to be approaching from right down Savo Island. I think I've got a very good formation. I believe I can retire to the east as I want to. I do not want to engage into a knockdown, drag down, all-out fight with this Japanese fleet. I know it's got some wounds in it, but I want to preserve my fleet in order to just pound the Japanese fleet to death with my bombers, which they're going to arrive in 40 minutes. So I want to go ahead and get some hits in, see if I can pin the fleet down, and we'll see what happens. Zooming out. Holy shit. Excuse my language. There's the Japanese fleet. Pause. My Kingfishers never sighted the Japanese fleet. Currently, the Japanese fleet did not retire up the slot. I don't know how he ended up northeast of me, but here it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and withdraw to the southeast because I did not expect an encounter. Let's target. Let's select a target. I mean, let's see what we're looking at first. Hang on, what are we doing here? Why is this? Did we lock up? Well, let's save it. Let's save scum. Alright, pause the game. I need to know what I'm looking at. Well, that's interesting. I don't know why my binoculars aren't moving. That's a bug. So when you're playing this game, as exciting as the possibilities are, there is an issue about the bugs. I can learn to live with it right now. Got high hopes for this game. It's good stuff. So I do not see the other heavy cruiser. I wish my binoculars can. There's one vessel that's missing out of this formation. I only see one heavy cruiser, so I pounded one heavy cruiser into the seabed. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to withdraw to the southeast. Now, to make sure this formation thing is wonky in this game, I need to be able to take a look at the orders. Okay, in formation with Bagley, in formation with Dunlap, in formation with Savannah. It's not entirely clear in this game when your ships are in formation, so, you know, buyer beware. I'm not here to give a positive review of this game. I'm here to have fun, and if you think you can have fun with this game too, more power to you. I'm having fun with this game, but I'm having to deal with some deficiencies, no doubt, but, you know, buyer beware. There are a lot of things that can turn people off from this game. So, let's go ahead, and we've got everyone to... I don't want to attack. What I want to do is target, open fire. Now, does that do that for every ship? fire. Okay, let's push play a little bit. See what happens. I'm hoping the entire formation opens fire. And they're not. And I'm already taking fire. Japanese are opening fire. Let us... So, what confuses me is that... Okay, I want to focus fire. I do not want... I wish for you to target that northwest cruiser. Alright, let's get back to the binoculars. Do my binoculars work in this game? It wasn't working there. It was all wonky. I need to know what the hell I'm looking at. I've got a light cruiser here, heavy cruiser there. He's already got a hit? Doubt it. Okay, so Bagley, you're opening fire on him. You're opening fire on him. He's your target. He's your target. He's your target. He's your target. Okay. Then please open fire. Huh. So why is he not firing? Oh, he has no target. So why does Vincent's not have a target? Anyways, it's a little bit frustrating, but we'll get there. Alright, wish for you to target him. Open fire. Okay. Savannah. Target. Here's what we're going to do. Wish for you to open fire on that target. USS Dunlap. Target. Heavy cruiser. Open fire. USS Vincennes. Target that cruiser. Open fire. USS Savannah. Target open fire. Boise. Target open fire. Reed. For those of you that argue this game requires some micromanagement, you are absolutely correct. Call in order to get the best results. Sometimes that's the way to get the best results out of anything. Press start. Just like a washing machine. Alright, so my fleet is led by Bagley as the leader. We're currently taking fire. Brooklyn currently, or whatever this Brooklyn cruiser does not have full. You should be able to bring more guns to bear as we make this turn to the east. Actually, we're turning southeast, so Bagley is making its turn. We're going to see how well this game keeps up with formations. Alright, now the binoculars are working. Alright, so what we see, the forces, my fleet is opening fire or concentrating its fire on the Japanese heavy cruiser. Tenryu and the Kuma, whatever, those light cruisers, I'm not concerned about them. What I am concerned about is the closeness of my fleet to them. If they've launched long lance torpedoes, that could be a big concern for me. So in this game, yes, you gotta kind of watch out for England torpedoes on your own. It'd be nice if there was some kind of klaxon or something, give you some kind of warning that your watchmen are actually awake. Alright, so the Japanese fleet is now turning to the northeast. I am turning to the southeast. Again, I want to avoid a general engagement with the enemy because I want to pound them from the air again. I mean, right now it's what, 1,400 hours, 1,500 hours, so it's 3 p.m. I've got, you know what, 5 hours of daylight, maybe more. I don't know where Guadalcanal is in respect to the equator. Excuse me. But I'm just figuring out how much daylight I've got to launch another airstrike. I got plenty of time to launch airstrikes and knock this fleet out and land on those damn shores. I got to put my Marines on the shore. That's my mission. Right now, we're pouring it on the Japanese fleet. They don't look like they're withdrawing. Let's take a look at the gunfire he's taking. Why are these light cruisers taking fire? It needs to be him that's taking fire. Listing. No, he's not listing. Okay, let's, you know, for the sake of viewership, I know that people would love to see a great naval battle. But what I want to do is pound the enemy from the air. So that's how you win a game. I'm not going to get in a big naval battle. I want to withdraw my forces. Apparently, in this game, they give you when you withdraw from contact, two forces that were engaged cannot see each other for 60 minutes. That's what it says in the manual. So what I'm doing is I'm going to withdraw. I'm going to have 60 minutes of concealment to get away from this Japanese fleet. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to strike this Japanese fleet again from the air. Pound it to hell. Somebody's smoking out there. Who the hell's smoking? Oh, shit. Did you take a hit? What kind of hit did you take? Son of a bitch. Yeah, I do need to withdraw this Japanese gunnery. So once you click leave in this game, it's a little, I guess, a little bit like Atlantic Fleet. You're going to end up having to deal with 2 minutes or whatever of not firing. Basically, you're booking it out of the engagement. I'm going to take that risk. I'm going to bug out. I'm going to hit this fleet from the air. shit. We're taking fire. Got fire. Got crews on it. We're gonna withdraw. I don't know. It's a good thing I started withdrawing when I did, because we're taking heavy fire. And yeah, I need to pound this fleet from the air. "20 seconds. I'm withdrawing back. If I can pound her from the air, I'm going to pound her from the air. The dilemma of command. This is an operational dilemma here. Alright, we're good to go. Now, we've got moderate damage on this Japanese heavy cruiser. The one thing I did not do is I did not identify. Apparently, if you identify these Japanese ships using your recognition manual, it allows you to get a better fire solution. I believe it also permanently names the ships, so you can actually start keeping a catalog of what vessels you've actually damaged. This is a hypothesis. You can keep track of what vessels you've actually damaged and start to keep track of the Japanese fleet roster, basically. I mean, if you were going to be a heavy grognard. Alright, so the Vincennes just took heavy damage. That's not good. Now, the one thing I don't have is if she's got engine damage, I'm willing to leave her behind in order to, I know that sounds cruel, but I'm willing to leave her behind, an abandoned ship, so to speak, in order to save the rest of the fleet, and pound these Japanese by the air. Alright, so I want you to book it very fast and withdraw down this channel. I've got an airstrike currently moving in, and 396 nautical miles. They'll have plenty of fuel to stay over the target area, find this fleet, and bomb the hell out of them. So let's press play. You can RTB. And let's stop, because I keep forgetting I've got Kingfishers. So the Vincennes, can you launch another Kingfisher? Yes, you can. I need you to figure out where the damn Japanese fleet is. Here, 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 here. Zigzag up. Find that fleet. Find her and bring her to me. I think that was a bad Beavis and Butthead reference. Sorry, I'm showing my age. Alright, so still haven't spotted the Japanese fleet. Let's save scum. I don't know what happened to the game music. It's kind of jiving to it, actually. Well, not jiving to it, but it definitely had its dramatic ambiance. Alright, so Dauntlesses are moving in. Where the hell did the Japanese fleet go? Landing force. Holy shit, excuse my language, but the Japanese my landing force is currently surrounded by 3 Jakes, Under heavy observation right now by the enemy fleet, by the Japanese fleet. I have got to withdraw immediately and cover my landing force. And at this point, we're calling off the invasion of Guadalcanal and retreating to Santa Cruz Island. Build up a base of operation. That was a secondary objective of this. I'm under too much aerial observation. Let's fall back to Santa Cruz Island. My Dauntlesses, though, I've already got one cruiser that's hobbling back to base. These Dauntlesses have 272 nautical miles left on them. I need them to continue providing air cover for my withdrawing surface action group. I need to double my reconnaissance coverage by also having these Kingfishers zigzag back across this channel. There is a Japanese fleet out here that's lingering. It just about sunk one of my heavy cruisers. And my fleet is withdrawing in order to cover my landing force. So let's go ahead. Landing forces encounter. Actually, let's save scum again.
Who is asleep where? Who is asleep where?
Your daughter is asleep in our bed, and Matthew. No, I don't know where your daughter is. Or my daughter, our daughter. Our little troublemaking daughter. She's a little night owl like me. Alright, so we've save scummed. And let's get some music on. Echo. Play Fleetwood Mac on my Pandora account.
Fleetwood Mac Radio from Paul's Pandora.
Echo. Turn it down. I gotta make sure Facebook and YouTube doesn't hear it, or they're gonna boot me off for, having copyright violations and whatnot. But I got some Fleetwood Mac playing quietly in the background. Alright, landing force encounter. I'm gonna ignore these encounters. I'm withdrawing my force east to Santa Cruz Islands. Holy crap, look at all this shit. Where's all this coming from? This is bizarre. We've got 4 float planes hovering above my landing force. So let's ignore this. I am very concerned. So my landing force is withdrawing east. Pause. New Hebrides is ready to launch aircraft. I got 12 points. We are going to launch. I can't launch aircraft for another 1.3 hours. Can Hornet launch again? Hornet can't launch for another short of half an hour. It's now almost 5 o'clock. I don't know how this game handles night operations, but I need to cover my withdrawal. I want to get an airstrike on that damn Japanese fleet. And Hornet can't launch for... I want Hornet skirt along the south of this island. We've got another Japanese float plane out here. Just encountered one of my float planes. The Dauntlesses haven't found anything. They got 52 nautical miles. So I have reason to believe that the Japanese have withdrawn back from the slot. This is twice that I've encountered them and haven't been out encounter them again. So let's hit play. Let's ignore that. Japanese fleet sighted. Japanese fleet sighted. 39 nautical miles. Woo! All right. Let's go into this. Boys, let's hit them again. And what's interesting is that, you know, we've gone in real time and there's a Kingfisher over here. So what I'm going to do is actually send this Kingfisher back over here. Alright, I've got 2 Dauntless flights. Let's pause this game. Let's see what we're dealing with. I'm cheating here. Let's call it great naval intelligence. So I must have sunk that other Japanese heavy cruiser, but I want to hit this other Japanese heavy cruiser. I've got a pretty good angle on it. Let's send 1 Dauntless flight. I wish for you to target this heavy cruiser. This Dauntless flight, I wish for you to target I want you 3. Let's just do this. I don't want to screw up with the formations or anything like that. So we're going to target. Screw it. Let's hit the heavy cruiser again. Then I got this Dauntless. You go ahead and hit him. He's a lone flight. Kingfisher is just flying around. And let's hit play. So you can see it's dusk. This is my last opportunity to get an airstrike on the enemy. So I really kind of lucked out here that I spotted the Japanese fleet when I did. Well, I'm screwed up there. I forgot to press the attack button. Alright, so now they're moving in. Alright, they're going to get ready to make their dive bombing run. They're getting near target. Currently under fire. Anti-aircraft fire. You see my other flight out there. This game, the flak is done beautifully in this game, I tell you. Alright, let's take a look. Currently, dive in, hit it. Kaboom! Good job, boys. Woohoo! Boom! Missed. Got a second flight. Dive it in, hit it. Woohoo! That's a 1 in a million shot. Alright. So our Dauntlesses. Alright, everyone withdraw. We got 30 seconds. Good job, boys. We may have nailed 2 Japanese heavy cruisers. Still taking anti-aircraft fire. Look at them burning. Alright, we're good to leave. Sunk. 2 Japanese heavy cruisers down in the slot. But, as great as that sounds, I'm still withdrawing my fleet. It is now 5 o'clock. I don't know when sunset's approaching. Can I still launch an air group? Can't launch for another 00 hour. Okay. Okay, these guys can RTB. That was a good airstrike. You can RTB. We're still withdrawing this fleet. I'm not going to engage with the Japanese Navy in a night action. That would seem foolish to me with their long lance torpedoes. So let's hit it at 60 times 60. All right. We are now about to recover our Dauntlesses. Pause the game, pause the game, pause the game, pause the game. I can launch another airstrike. 9 Avengers. Now, I don't know how this game handles night operations, but these guys are probably going to land at night. I want to be able to I want to risk and see if we can knock out the Japanese fleet in one solid blow here. Even though I'm not going to be able to land my troops there. So, let's go ahead and play. Okay, my Avenger squadron is moving out. Still under air observation, the landing force. B-17s are en route. No, they're not. He's RTB. Let's pause. Okay, so it's nighttime now. I cannot launch aircraft now. My Avengers are now doing a search pattern. It's the evening. I'm probably not going to sight the Japanese fleet. It's 6 p.m. Negative. I wish for you to search this channel. The hell. Okay, landing force. Yeah, I know. I get it. Still haven't sighted the enemy. I got 78 nautical miles left on these babies. Damn it, I don't think they're that far. Just keep going until you run out of fuel. Okay, they're RTB now. Alright, so that was a wasted strike. Our new mission is now to cover landing forces here at Santa Cruz Island. Or do I muddle this? Do I muddle this through? No. I mean, there's nighttime is a long, 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 long time. Let's take the Santa Cruz Islands. Oh, we got a subcontact. Oh, hot dog boys. Jackpot. Oh, so the enemy now is moving southeast down off the slot. I've been engaging them up here. The enemy has moved southeast. The albacore and the silver sides are in a position to intercept the enemy. Oh boy, this is jackpot. Let's see what we can do, guys. So let's sink us a Jap cruiser, boys. Okay. Navigation, periscope depth, 33 feet. Okay, we are currently in periscope depth. Raise scope. Enemy fleet sighted. Dead ahead. Oh my goodness. So these are the Japanese that are moving down the slot, huh? Pressing southeast from Iron Bottom Sound. Alright. I wish for you. Let's pause the game. I wish for you to... Let's go back to the periscope. What do we got? So, the only thing that's left of this Japanese fleet, which has not retreated... see, the periscope, the thing is wonky again. We got some bugs in this game, of course. But I tell you what, that is not going to stop me from deciding to torpedo that sucker. Alright? So, I wish for you to attack the selected target. This is what submarines do, boys. You're about to earn pay dirt. You're United States submariners. Alright, so look at this. This is... Oh, man, this game is beautiful. Oh, I can time compress. Shit. Okay, so I could see them, but they're not on my map. So I need to... So this Japanese fleet... Okay, so hang on. My course is currently 300 degrees. The enemy fleet is at 330 degrees. There we go. And I was about to say, I was going to have to plot it in my own brain. target that enemy ship. Okay, so now the Albacore is currently making its attack run. I've got the game accelerated now. It's actually pleasing. Hang on, pause. This is where I gotta micromanage here. Alright, so my sub right here, you can see her. She's actually under the water and prepared to make a torpedo run on this Japanese cruiser right here. Let's go back to the Albacore. When are you going to fire your torpedoes? We got a 36% solution. I'm going to have to take command of this. I want 3 tubes at a 3-degree spread. Prepare to fire a spread. Range is 2,300 yards. Prepare to fire torpedoes. Fire. Torpedoes away. Dive. Dive, dive. Alright, so I got 3 fish on the way. We're going to see if we can take out that Kuma. Alright, where are these enemy torpedoes? Or excuse me, my torpedoes. I could have afforded to gotten closer, but they're moving away from me. I can only go. He's moving 9 knots, or I'm moving 9 knots. Well, let's see if we can get a. Let's see if we can squeeze another one on him. He's at 2,200 yards. Torpedo room. Next spread. 3 torpedoes. 3-degree spread. Open tubes 3, 4, and 5. Ready to fire. Too deep to fire torpedoes. Okay, I got you. I got you. Head to periscope depth. Alright, we're heading to periscope depth. Make your depth 33 feet. Okay. Here we are. See the Japanese fleet. About 2,600 yards off the right off the bow. Our depth is rising to 30 meters. I'll tell you what, I want to save scum. Not because I mind losing a sub, but I don't know. I don't want to lose this campaign again. We're almost to 30 feet. Alright, we're at 30 feet, up scope. Fire torpedoes. 3 torpedoes away. Dive. Scope down. Like I said, this is a bad angle. You don't want to hit them from this angle. Let's go ahead and leave this engagement. We've sighted the enemy fleet. We got our torpedoes off. Anyone who knows anything about World War II history knows about the success of torpedo attacks early in the war. Hence you see my lack of success in this torpedo attack. We certainly got better at it though towards the end of the war. I mean, I tend to think what really brought the Japanese Empire to heel was actually the blockade. Having read Max Hastings' Armageddon, I mean, I'm no student of history, but that's a great book. I highly recommend that. Well, not Armageddon, I'm sorry, Retribution by Max Hastings. Fine book. Okay, unfortunately we got 114 seconds before this mission will end. Those Japanese didn't even know I fired torpedoes at them. Crap. So the Albacore had a missed contact here, was not able to engage the enemy fleet. Torpedoes will reload in a minute and basically 3 minutes. I'm not going to be able to catch up with that fleet. We'll end this engagement. I really just want to use my subs as reconnaissance. Okay, lost contact with him. You know what stinks is I'm all out of beer. Okay, we can now leave the battle. No torpedo hits, but if you look, the only thing left in that fleet is the 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers. I must have I definitively sunk one Japanese heavy cruiser. The other Japanese heavy cruiser, I don't know what happened to it. Silverside is going to try and move in. Albacore is going to try and move in. God, it's about to be nighttime. How does the game model Japanese superiority in night fighting on the sea in 1942? Well, as Nelson says, no man could do wrong by putting his ship alongside the enemy. So let's go ahead and move in. It is now 8 o'clock. Air operations are done for the day. Will not resume until 5 in the morning. Surface Action Group, you're on your own. Godspeed. Take out the enemy fleet. Air has managed to wipe out 2 heavy cruisers. So let's do this. At this point, I'm not concerned about the landing fleet. It's returning, it's turning to Santa Cruz Islands. Okay. Let's pause. Let's take stock of what it is. It's 11 in the evening. Potentially, we may encounter a night engagement. I'm taking the risk of engaging an outnumbered enemy at this point in a night engagement, but they have superior torpedoes. So I want both my subs to move up this channel. I wish for you to scout ahead of the fleet. It is now midnight. Okay. I'm remaining aggressive. I want to reassert control of the straits. I'm being extremely aggressive. Changing orders. Got a gut instinct I've driven the enemy fleet off. I'm going to trust in my 2 destroyer escorts to escort my infantry to Guadalcanal. Pause the game. Continue to block this channel until the landing forces arrive. It's 6 in the morning. Okay, it's 6 in the morning. Vincennes can launch her Kingfishers. Savannah, have you got aircraft? You got Kingfishers too. So I want another Kingfisher. So it's dawn. I'm launching search up the slot. Boise, wish for you to also launch a Kingfisher, and I want you to do a long search pattern along here. Okay, so my cruisers, my 3 cruisers have all sortied aircraft now that it's dawn. And we got enemy aircraft here. Okay, we've got an enemy reconnaissance plane currently northeast of Savo Island. Shit, there's another reconnaissance aircraft. The Japanese fleet is somewhere around here. Now, here's a question. Do I end up launching an airstrike here? It's 7 in the morning. What's the range? How much would I be willing to launch a full dauntless strike or not? We'll launch a small dauntless strike. Okay, here we go. My dauntlesses are on the way. They'll be able to pound one of the light cruisers. But this has got to be the search aircraft for the Japanese fleet. The thing is, my transports are en route. My subs are moving up the channel. Okay, there's still Japanese airplanes. Kingfisher is engaged. We're going to ignore that encounter. My dauntlesses have 66 nautical miles left. RTB, that Kingfisher. Okay. Still, Japanese scout plane, still sighted in the north. Okay, my dauntlesses are RTB. It's 9:30 in the morning. Do I want to cycle another set of aircraft? Let's flush 4 more dauntlesses. I'm going to keep cap over this. Invasion fleet is on its way. Pause. Still, enemy. Oh my god, I don't understand. Enemy damn float planes to the east of my fleet now. What the F? It's 11 in the morning. Hornet, can you flush? You can't for another 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and save scum. Why the hell did I zoom into this battle? Apologies, I didn't mean to do that. Well, the nice thing is that it recycled the music because it got quiet there for a while. I wanted some music, native music. Alright, so the Vincennes, I'm not able to figure out what its condition is. This game doesn't really show that yet. I still want to cover. I can't tell how long it's going to take for this fleet to get here. It would be nice if there were navigation plot tools to tell you how far things are and how long it would take. RTV. Enemy fleet sighted. Not in the spot where I want them to be though, because that's out of my line of retreat. Alright, so can we launch another airstrike? Yes, we can. I want 9 Avengers. Course. Destroy that enemy fleet. We'll be there in 15 minutes. Alright, I wish for my fleet to turn directly southeast to cover a line of withdrawal if necessary, just south along Tulagi. Start. Activate your radars. Enemy sighted. Enemy has float planes above us. We do not. That's a problem, I think, as far as spotting is concerned. But my fleet is making withdrawal to the southeast. I still have plenty of daylight. I want to be able to pound the Japanese fleet with air power again. So, but the enemy can sight me. Like we're already opening fire on yeah, we're firing flak at the enemy's float plane. Taking fire. He's under fire. Can't accelerate this right now. You should come under more fire as my battle line turns to the Alright, so we're trying to take out this Japanese float plane that's got us sighted. Look at that, Japanese float plane flying directly over my fleet, probably about to direct gunfire on me. Savannah, what can you see? Hit B. Or that's me, it's B. Whoa, we're under fire. There it is. The enemy's got float planes, I do not. And that's the game that's simulating some things that I think are pretty remarkable. Now, see, we're under fire and I can't even spot the enemy fleet. I can't launch float planes either. So we need to withdraw. Alright, so new course. Withdraw to the southeast. Continue to hold this barrier. Subs. Course. Aircraft. En route. So you can't control the height of these aircraft. I figure, I don't know, I don't care about the albacore. My albacore has been spotted by a spotter plane. I know the Japanese fleet is operating in that area. Albacore? What's the albacore spotted? I can't ignore it. I think I've got a surface contact. Hell, I might have sighted the enemy west of Savo Island. Pause. Jackpot, boys. Jackpot. Enemy fleet sighted off my port bow. This is where micromanagement pays off. Reduce speed. Hard left rudder. Keep your periscope down. In the meantime, I've got freaking Avengers in the air. I'm fixing to waylay these mofos. Yes. Japanese fleet is headed to the southwest. Avenger Squadron 1. I wish for you to target that light cruiser. Avenger number Squadron 2. I wish for you to target that. Attacking 1. Attacking 2. What the hell? Target the aft destroyer and attack him. Okay. So here we go. Torpedo bombers. First strike of the day. Found the Japanese fleet. Circling around. Losing altitude. Height 2,500 feet. Altitude declining, coming down to 1,000 feet, approaching torpedo launch altitude. I do not like that launch angle. Let's I don't like that launch angle. We're playing this game right. We're playing this game the way that makes it possible. Alright, so what we're doing is I'm going to hit the map. I'm taking my Avengers into a position in which they can attack from this angle. This albacore, I wish for you to target that target, attack. Okay, pause. Alright, so this is amazing. This is actually amazing. And it's amazing the sort of operational encounters that I think this game can actually give you. But you gotta have a lot of patience with it. The kind of patience that I've got with it right now. I've got a submarine attacking this Japanese fleet at the very same time that I have 2 flights of Avenger dive bombers over the target area. And you know what? They're probably all gonna fucking miss. But at least I got them all over the target area at the same time. I found the Japanese fleet. We're gonna take our blows at it. And we're gonna win one for the Gipper. So let's do this. Albacore. I wish for you to target that Japanese light cruiser, range 2,800 yards. Prepare to attack. Got a torpedo solution. I want you to launch a full spread at 3 degrees. Fire. Look at that, baby. Taking my chances. I fired 6 torpedoes, all tubes fired. Dive. Of course, they wouldn't be making honking horns like that. So there's torpedoes curling in towards their target. We're going left full rudder. And we're diving to 230 feet. Right now, conditions, there's no layer depth, no layer strength, no duct strength. It's just clean water as far as acoustics are concerned. So we're diving down 230 feet. Japanese cruiser is right here. Where do I see my torpedoes? There's one of my torpedoes curling in. They're gonna miss. Alright, I've got 3 minutes to leave this engagement. But those torpedoes are, well, there they are, but they're gonna miss. They're falling behind the target. I had a bad solution. There's the torpedoes en route. Falling behind the target, they're gonna, well, I don't know, they may end up hitting that damn destroyer. Hold on. Yeah, they're gonna miss. They're gonna fall behind that destroyer. Had a bad firing solution. That was a good spread, but no luck, boys. Alright, Albacore is peeling away from the engagement. We're going to switch back to air. This Avenger squadron is going to make its attack run. And I wish for you to make your attack run, and I wish for you to make your attack run. Alright, so my Avengers got a better angle. Actually, they don't have a good angle. Cease your attack. Navigate towards that position. Albacore, these Japanese haven't done anything about being attacked by a submarine. Albacore missed its target, which it was this vessel. So, actually, let's head back to Periscope now. Albacore. Periscope depth. Alright, so my torpedo bombers are coming at a more favorable angle. As you see what I've done, and I've moved them to a better firing position. I just like firing torpedoes off the port or starboard bow, or from the enemy's port or starboard bow. We're at 30 feet. Almost the target. Cannot time compression. I wish you could. As you can see, I've got a flight of 4 torpedo bombers here. And 1 torpedo bomber there. We're about to make our torpedo run. Here we go, boys. Get ready to make your torpedo run. Enemy flak is about to open up. Here comes the flak, boys. Hold on. Ready. Torpedoes away. Here we go, torpedoes away. Come on, get out of there. I think we got this cruiser. Oh shit, I lost 1 bomber. Torpedoes, boom! Boom, boom! Alright, I think we're ready to engage this fleet in the surface action. Let's finish them off. RTB, everybody. The Japanese are on their last leg here. This fleet is hosed. That was a great airstrike. Good job, boys. As a matter of fact, hell, I got another Avenger strike force out here. The Kuma is sinking. Alright, I got this dive bomber squadron which is circling around over here. Honestly, I don't know why. I gave it orders to attack that other light cruiser, and it's just been screwing around up here. Avenger 1, 2, 3, 4 are now attacking. Alright. You guys can RTB. I got another Avenger squadron that's scattered all to hell, but I wanted to take out that last light cruiser. But I can't time compress. Damn it. How long is it going to take to get to target? I want that last cruiser. He's at 32 miles. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, we got 4 minutes before we can exit out of this combat. But I don't know, I may get a torpedo strike out of this deal. May be able to sink this other light cruiser. I think this is a good opportunity to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Almost at target. Enemy fleet sighted. It's a bad angle to launch a torpedo strike from, but it's the best I've got. Here we go. Stand by for torpedoes. Torpedoes away. Drop your torps, dude. Drop your torp. Ow! Oh, that was a bad drop. Oh, look at him. He's flying in all kinds of wacky. That's a bug right there too, isn't it? Alright, let's go ahead and leave this battle. We got 46 seconds. We got 2 more torpedo bombers about to make some random runs on this light cruiser. Torpedoes away. That was a bad drop. They never even dropped their torpedoes. Jeez. Didn't work out so well. Alright. So we did manage to sink the Kuma, 5,100 tons. Albacore is okay. It is now 1 in the afternoon. Hornet cannot launch another airstrike for another half hour. These Avengers are going to RTB. My cruisers are going to launch Kingfishers. And find this frickin' enemy fleet. So far, my landing force has not been under aerial observation. Enterprise cannot launch, or Hornet cannot launch for another hour and a half. I've not spotted the enemy. I'm going to accelerate the time a little bit more. Enemy fleet is not in sight. I see aerial reconnaissance. The enemy is not in the slot so far as I can tell. Let's launch another reconnaissance aircraft. It's nighttime. I can't see. That's a problem. Alright. Pause. Here comes the invasion fleet. The invasion fleet is going to hit at dawn. It is now 1:20 in the morning. My landing force will arrive in 6 hours. It will be dawn when we hit the beaches. In the meantime, I want my subs to cover the invasion fleet. We land on that island and we take that airfield. Alright, here comes the invasion fleet. I want the Hornet task group to just kind of cruise around there. It is now dawn. It is 5 in the morning. Pause. Launch our first air group, or launch our first sortie of the day. We're going to go with Dauntless dive bombers. We're going to patrol ahead of the channel. Okay, enemy reconnaissance flight spotted. Can I launch Wildcats? I can in about 45 minutes. I'm probably going to launch a flight of Wildcats, clear the airspace of enemy reconnaissance. Ignore that. Invasion forces inbound. Hang on. Holy shit, Japanese fleet spotted. Pause. Okay, our landing forces are currently down here at Lungo Point. Our fleet is currently deployed southeast of Savo Island. USS Silversides is patrolling the straits against a Japanese fleet approaching from the slot. Oh my god. Holy shite. We got a major Japanese surface force spotted. No! Holy crap! Oh my god! What on earth? Look at this giant Japanese fleet headed down the slot! Oh my god, we're in trouble. Oh, no. I'm gonna launch airstrikes. Look at that. Alright, so what we got Japanese destroyer sighted. Japanese Fubuki class destroyer. Looks like a Tago. That's an Otago. So 2 heavy cruisers, several Japanese transports. Holy shit. Jackpot, boys. Then we got a Dauntless flight. Let's hit those Japanese. I don't know. If we hit these. What time is it? It's 6 in the morning. It is 6 in the morning. We could pound these ships all day from the Enterprise. Alright. Silversides. Silversides. I wish for you to head to periscope depth. And we're going to attempt a torpedo run on this new Japanese fleet spotted. I want you to find this fat, juicy target. I want you to attack it. My Dauntless dive bombers. I wish for you to target. Let's see. Attack that target. Alright, so we've got a torpedo run we're making from the USS Silversides. We've got a major Japanese fleet headed up the slot. We're going to try and knock out this heavy cruiser. The enemy has 2 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers. Here comes a Dauntless flight. Japanese fleet in sight. I mean, this game gives you some great moments, I tell you. As much of a pain in the ass as the UI is and everything else. Alright, here we go, boys. There's our bombers. Should be taking fire by now. Alright, now we're taking fire. Here we go, diving in on the target. Get it, boys! Come on, you can make it! Boom! Direct hits! 2 direct hits! Good job, boys! Get the hell out of there! We lost 1 Dauntless. But we got 2 direct hits on that heavy cruiser, boys. Good job. USS Silversides. It's going to be up to me to micromanage this crap. You can see the flak going off in the background. I'm controlling the sub, which is right here. I mean, this game is pretty sweet. Beautiful, beautiful game. Alright, my dive bombers are moving out of the target area. USS Silversides is positioning itself for, we're taking her down to 3 knots. Look at that, we sunk a Japanese heavy cruiser. Hot dog. Alright, so what I want to do is continue to shadow this Japanese fleet. With my bombers. USS Silversides. Reporting its periscope, we see a Japanese cruiser headed to the bottom. Dive bombers did a fantastic job. Well, what do we got here? We got a Japanese destroyer, but what I really want is that heavy cruiser. Spotted second enemy destroyer. Speed up our sub. Let's turn her to the right. Japanese fleet speed is 0. Enemies firing flak at my Avengers. But the enemy's fleet is speed is 0. So let's move in on them. You see they're firing flak at my Avengers, and I'm using, or my Dauntlesses. What I'm using is aerial reconnaissance. I want to keep my eyes on these aircraft, or on this enemy fleet. So here I am stalking the Japanese fleet. You can see from this position that 2 enemy destroyers are moving here. I'm going to be moving pretty close by them, but what I want to be able to hit is this Japanese cruiser here. These are all transports back here, but if I can nail this Japanese cruiser, I'll be able to nail these transports from the air. I want to destroy the surface units. As long as I destroy the enemy's capital ships, it keeps my surface action group. Oh, I'm losing sight. Keeps my surface action group relevant. I want my aircraft to return back to the target area. Let's go back to my sub. Let us head to periscope depth, brace scope. Enemy fleet is still not moving. There's Japanese subs. Or Japanese destroyers. 2 of them right there. I don't even see me. Fools. What's the range on my torpedoes in here? 8,000 yards. You think I can hit that guy? Give her a shot. Torpedo solution. Let's identify this ship first. I think she's in the Tago class. Identified a Takeo class cruiser. Her to open fire, 6 torpedoes. Spread of 2 degrees. Fire. Firing 3 torpedoes at a stationary Takeo at 5,800 yards. Dive. Come about. Left full rudder. 230 feet down, bubble. Torpedoes are en route. Dauntlesses can now about to take some anti-aircraft fire. Alright, so just a few minutes, we should have torpedoes striking at the stationary ship. Why it's stationary, I don't know why the AI is stationary. I don't know if it's something about rescuing people or what. We got flak going on, my remaining Dauntless. down 230 feet. Here's the Takeo. I do not see my torpedoes yet. Should see them shortly. This is where I wish time compression was available. It takes forever for stuff to resolve itself. Well, I'm kind of stuck watching the resolution. It's like 12:30 in the morning. Drinking 7-Up now. I'm out of beer. So where are these torpedoes that I fired? There they are. Torpedo sighted. Right here. Inbound. Silver sides, you may have yourself a target here. My torpedoes are inbound. Alright, here come the torpedoes. Here they come. Here comes my torpedoes. Spread of 6 at 1 degrees. An easy target. 3 of these should hit. There they are. Boom. Boom. 2 torpedo hits. Good job. Alright, that's good enough. And the enemy is turning into the torpedoes. Okay, we're good to leave. Alright, so we got a new enemy fleet that's moving up the channel. We've got a Takeo that's got moderate damage, and we managed to sink another heavy cruiser with our dive bombers. But this is interesting development. We've got a new enemy fleet inbound. So we cannot launch aircraft for another 0.0 hour, or whatever that means. I want to be able to launch a full torpedo strike of 8 Avengers. And my invasion force is ready to unload. Ha ha ha! We're landing, boys! We're We're about to take Guadalcanal. Look at it smoking. Get it? Alright, so if we take a look. Alright, so how do I unload all this shit? Alright, so we're taking over Guadalcanal with 2,500 troops, 2,000 supplies. We've got an enemy fleet inbound. I feel confident we can take it, charge into it, and let's save scum. We got enough to launch another airstrike. Subs are in position. We got another airstrike. Let's RTB. And Guadalcanal will be ours shortly. Avengers have spotted the enemy fleet. Silver Sides is still in action on this map. Let's pause it. This says Silver Sides is still in contact with the enemy fleet. Which is what? Still got 2 heavy cruisers. I thought I had some. What the hell? Well, we got a seaplane tender here. Alright, Silver Sides. Okay, USS Silver Sides is going to head forward at 3 knots. Our periscope depth, upscope. Avenger Squadron. Navigate into a strike position ahead of the target. Avenger Squadron 2. Move to ahead of the enemy fleet there. Alright. Push play. See what the hell happens. Target 2. Avenger Squadron. Hit target 2. Avenger Squadron. I wish for you to attack that heavy cruiser. Alright, so we're going to pound them from the air again. We're launching 2 torpedo strikes with Avengers on 2 heavy cruisers, escorting a large Japanese convoy of 6. I mean, I count 6 merchant ships moving up the slot, escorted. Now, I thought I sunk one of these. That's what I'm confused about. Alright, our bombers are losing altitude in order to get up to torpedo height. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and launch a torpedo strike at the Japanese destroyer. Fired spread of 4 torpedoes. We're doing a simultaneous strike. Meantime, my bombers are making their attack runs. Look at that. All that flak. Come on, boys. You can do it. Boom, boom, boom. Torpedoes away. Well, 2 of them might hit. What about the other squadron? Torpedoes inbound. 1 hit. 2 hits. 3 hits. One hit. 2 hits. 3 hits. And a dud. We got 2 Japanese heavy cruisers now burning from a successful airstrike. I also launched torpedoes at this little bugger here. Albacore has been harassing this fleet all night long. Alright, so here comes my torpedoes from Albacore. Those are gonna miss. That was a bad torpedo shot. I see my torpedoes approaching from the north. I may end up hitting the destroyer behind it. I doubt it. Leave now as torpedoes missed. Heavy damage to 2 enemy heavy cruisers. The enemy has 6 transports and 2 destroyers. Can I launch another airstrike? Can I launch another airstrike for another hour and a half? I want my transports to return back to base, RTB. My fleet, I want to go ahead and engage the enemy north of Savo Island. So the enemy is to the east of Silversides. USS Albacore, I want you to move into that combat area. So we've got a major engagement here. We've managed to unload all of our infantry on the Guadalcanal. You can see Guadalcanal smoking. We're going to take it over. But the enemy fleet, we got another enemy fleet that's moving down the slot with 6 transports and 2 heavy cruisers and 2 destroyers. We just torpedoed 2 of the heavy cruisers. Ignore that. Can I launch a Kingfisher? Go everywhere. And I want the Savannah to also launch a Kingfisher. Let's get some aerial reconnaissance. It's 7 in the morning. I'm detecting all kinds of enemy aerial reconnaissance, but how the come we can't spot the enemy? Look at all this shit going on over here. There's the enemy fleet. Enemy contact. USS Silversides. My Avengers. Can my carrier launch an air group? Not for another 10 minutes. I want to intercept this battle group. Alright, here we go. Decisive battle, I think. Nope, because all I got is a damn Kingfisher and USS Silversides. There's the enemy fleet. South of Savo Island. One Japanese heavy cruiser. 6 light cruisers. Light cruiser is turning out a lot. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and just keep an eye on them. Japanese fleet sighted south of Savo Island. Okay, can we launch an airstrike now, please? Not for another 0.1 hour. These Avengers can RTB. Surface Action Group is en route to intercept. Now can I launch an airstrike? We've got another encounter. USS Bagley is... Alright, we may be able to... Okay, we got ourselves a naval engagement now. Second naval battle in the second day of the Battle of Guadalcanal. USS Bagley, I wish for you to cross the enemy T. Alright, let's pause this. We've sighted the enemy. I've got a Kingfisher airborne. And I want that Kingfisher to keep the enemy in sight south of Savo Island. I got another Kingfisher here, and I want to keep him in sight south of the enemy fleet. This is exciting, guys. This is late, but I cannot peel myself away from this at the moment. I've got a battle. Alright, so let's take a look at the enemy fleet. The enemy fleet somehow has their heavy cruisers. What the fuck? How do they get their heavy cruisers back? What the fuck? Excuse my language, I'm pretty pissed. I don't know if that's just bad naval intelligence or what. Alright, if it gets bad, we're gonna retreat. Okay. Alright, I wish for all of my units to target... Target 3. 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 Open fire. Open fire. I'm probably over micromanaging here, but I want to control this engagement carefully because I don't want to get over engaged. We opening fire? We lost sight of them. Okay, we're opening fire. Main director's got pathetic. Know where the enemy fleet is. We lost sight of the enemy fleet again. Everyone cease fire. Hold fire. Who the hell's firing? I order you to cease fire. Hold your fire. Everyone hold your fire. Everyone hold fire as we're micromanagement. It's definitely burdensome to deal with. We've lost sight of it. Let's wait until this Kingfisher airplane gets them back into sight. It's currently 8 in the morning. gonna take forever for this damn Kingfisher to get over here. Well, let's leave this engagement. Let's save scum. Japanese fleet is retired, it looks like. I don't... Enemy fleet sighted. Can we launch an airstrike? Enemy fleet directly east. Let's move this Kingfisher has spotted the enemy fleet, making its way to Tulagi in the middle of daylight. Alright, I want this Kingfisher to go back and keep an eye on the enemy. Okay, we're approaching the Japanese fleet. 25 knots. Vincennes cannot hit him at 26,000 yards. I do not think so. Enemy is traveling at 5 knots. I want to be able to catch up with them and open fire on him. So how are we doing on that front? 2,300 yards. Okay, let's see if we can catch up with the enemy fleet. Can we launch another airstrike now? 0.7 hours. Enemy fleet sighted again. Albacore can make a torpedo strike now. Holy smokes, she can. Pause. Aft torpedoes. Open fire. You're at periscope depth. Get a firing solution. They're opening fire on my Kingfisher plane up there. I got a 34% firing solution. Rear tubes ready to fire. Ready, fire. Aft torpedo tubes are firing. 4 fish away. Dive, dive, dive. Down scope. Alright, my torpedoes are inbound. Cannot time compress. We're about to hit this Megami class cruiser. Torpedoes are inbound. Enemy is taking evasive maneuvers, it looks like. I don't know, he may be able to dodge this. Come on, baby, get these fish in here. They're so slow. Oh, they're about to hit the stern. Come on, baby, get in there. Oh! Oh! Dadgummit! All 4 torpedoes miss. I didn't use a spread. Oh! Get out of here. Japanese don't seem to care. Damn, I should have had some kind of spread on that. Albacore missed another one. It is a Megami, right? I can't retreat for another 130 seconds for 2 minutes. That's the catch with this game. As great of a bad naval battle as I'm having, it takes a lot of time to resolve these things. Still got 100 seconds. I don't know what that Japanese cruiser is doing right there. This Kingfisher is still keeping an eye on the Japanese fleet moving up the slot. My fleet is out here. I don't know why it's not on the map. I think you have to be within 15 kilometers for them to be on this mini map or the real world. So the Albacore fired his aft torpedoes and it was an unsuccessful, but we got 6 Japanese transports here moving up the slot. Guadalcanal is still being contested, actually. I mean, look at him, he's listing. Is that him? Is that from him having his rudder hit and all this other stuff? I mean, that cruiser is a little sick. He looks like he's got COVID. Alright, they're opening fire on my Kingfisher. Kingfisher's taking flak while it's shadowing the Japanese fleet. We can leave in 18 seconds. What I want to do is bring my surface fleet into action. Okay, we're good to leave. Yeah, heavy damage to those Japanese heavy cruisers. Can I launch a new airstrike? Not for another half hour. It's currently 9 p.m., 9:15 p.m. By 9:45, I'll be able to launch my next airstrike. I wish you could zoom in on the map a little bit more. You see Guadalcanal is currently being contested. That's why it's smoking. You can see my surface action group is trying to move east to intercept this Japanese fleet, which somehow eluded me coming down Iron Bottom Sound. The Albacore and the Silversides are both in here in this mess, and of course I got a Kingfisher. Let's see if I can put another Kingfisher up in there. I want to keep a reconnaissance aircraft in there always, so I know where the hell this Japanese fleet is. And I've lost sight of it. I don't know where it is. It's not here. I'm moving south along the coast to protect the landing beaches. Enemy fleet spotted. Holy shit! They managed to land all their reinforcements. Oh my god! That's what this red bar is. They managed to land their reinforcements. 2,500 men now against 6 Japanese transports. Fuck that. I'm gonna sink these transports. I'll bring more Marines. I'll find me more fucking Marines. Because they're gonna do what they're gonna do to win one for the country. Even if it's a small little dung hole like Guadalcanal. Alright, here we go. Enemy fleet spotted. They just dropped off their infantry west of Lunga Point. All this happening in daylight. Amazing. Alright. How far are they? Target 1,500 yards. Enemy fleet 1,500 yards. Let's go ahead and cross the enemy T. Vincennes may have range at 15,000 yards. Yep, she does. She's opening fire. She's got 20% air direction. The Kingfisher is providing good. Vincennes is opening fire with their 8-inch guns. You hear the sirens going? Hell yeah, boy, we got ourselves a naval battle in the slot. Japanese just drop off their infantry, their SNLF. We got ourselves a fight at Guadalcanal. We're going to finish up this naval battle, and then I'm going to end for the night. We're going to continue this campaign. We are in the shit. Definitely. You hear the klaxon sirens? Our destroyers are turning. Why is my cruisers not following? The enemy is dropping at about 5 yards per second. I don't think I've got range. I do have range. Well, hell, everybody open fire. Pick a target and open fire. Vincennes. Have your secondaries open fire. Savannah. Target the enemy, open fire. USS Boise. Target the enemy, open fire. USS Reed. Target the enemy, open fire. I didn't realize these guys had the range that they've got. So you see my battle line currently is turning northeast, east-northeast. You can see it curling around, attempting to cross the enemy T. The enemy has just dropped off his transport, his infantry, west of Lunga Point. I'm really impressed with the narrative that this game is presenting if you stick with its GUI quirks and everything else. I've had a 2-day running battle in the slot with the Japanese Navy. 2 different fleets. The enemy's first fleet was 2 heavy cruisers and 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers, and they actually retired up the slot. The enemy has just dropped off infantry here with a different fleet. So we're going to see, let's go ahead and save. Let's save scum. Because it is getting late, and depending on whether how this is proceeding, I may actually halt this battle, save it, and restart it. But I don't know, we'll see. It is getting late. Whoa, we got a hit. Japanese cruiser is smoking. This Kingfisher, I don't know. I think this Kingfisher is doing a good job in terms of artillery spotting. I think that's the whole purpose of it. Let's keep it spotting the enemy fleet. There, I've got another Kingfisher. Where is that? I want him to come back. Okay, so my entire fleet is making a turn to the northeast. Vincennes is making his turn now. Those transports are of minimal value to me. I've got to make sure that I'm targeting the heavy cruiser. Transports are already empty. Okay, the heavy cruiser is third in line. I want to make sure I'm focus firing on the enemy heavy cruiser. Alright, I know the Vincennes is firing on the target, intended target. Now I want to bring these Brooklyns into action because these guys are gunslingers with their 6-inch guns. They got 15 of them. Let's make sure the Boise is also on target. Target number 7. No, I want him to hit target number 3. Oh, that's weird. Target 3. Target 2. Stop your fire director. Redirect your fire on target 3. Target 3. Target 3. Target 3. Redirect your fire. Halt your main director. Focus fire on target 3. You. Halt your main director. Focus it on fire on target 3. Open fire. Okay. Enemy is returning fire. Secondaries are opening fire. Let's get all secondaries into action. You see the enemy fleet. Transports are leaving Lunga Point. Enemy is moving at 11 knots. The hell are you? Oh, that's that other cruiser that's in bad shape. The enemy destroyer is moving in on us. Halt fire direction. Target enemy destroyer. Open fire. Dunlap. Halt enemy fire or halt fire. Retarget on enemy destroyer, open fire. Loose shells. We want a loose gun pattern. Loose gun pattern. Alright, good. My 2 destroyers now are opening fire on this enemy destroyer. We do torpedoes. He's at 9,000 yards. So you see my fleet is making a starboard 90-degree turn, cutting off the enemy T. Enemy's transports are scrambling. What's this thing look like anyway? Enemy's taking some hits. He's not returning fire. Why is he not returning fire? This Japanese destroyer is returning fire. You see the gunfire in the distance. I love the flash of the shells in the distance. I mean, this gun's got just beautiful ambiance. There's my Kingfisher planes. Sending my Kingfishers back over the target area. I want them to continue spotting. You see the flash in the distance of the battle. Second battle of Guadalcanal. This destroyer is taking hits. Looks like a Minakaze class. Is that a Minakaze? Alright, identify a Minakaze destroyer. We're just laying it out on this Japanese fleet. Got another hit on the enemy destroyer. Enemy is making his turn. He's probably firing his torpedoes. No, he disappeared. Oh no, he's still there. Oh. Get the Boise to cease fire and open fire on that enemy destroyer. Gun director. Target the Minakaze. Open fire. Alright, so we've got a steady fire going on the enemy Minakaze. The Brooklyn is now opening fire on the enemy. Enemy cruiser is listing. He's opening fire on my Kingfisher spotter plane. See flak. Enemy destroyer smoking pretty good. Took another hit. Alright, let's go to Vincennes. Let's identify this ship. If I identify it, we'll be able to, it's not an Aoba. It's not a Furutaka. It's a Miyoko. No, it's a Tone. Alright, so you're targeting ship number 3. Identify ship number 3 as cruiser Tone. Is that right? Should it be the Tone or is it the Takeo? Identified as the Takeo. Alright, so we've got... Bagley's got a fire. We got repair crews on it currently. We've taken a hit. She's got a fire. Looks like she is still got all guns operational. Got to keep an eye out for enemy torpedoes. That Minakaze is close enough to fire his long lance torpedoes. That Minakaze is burning right now. You see his anti-aircraft fire. He's firing at my Kingfisher airplane up there, which is presumably is providing support, observation support. But that Minakaze is burning pretty good. The other thing that's burning pretty good is that damn heavy cruiser, which is what I've been wanting to knock out this entire time. It is now 10:30 in the morning. I got plenty of daylight to continue launching airstrikes. I'm gonna wipe out this. He's already landed his infantry, but I've got plenty of time to launch airstrikes and wipe out the rest of these transports. I don't see any torpedoes. This Minakaze is in bad shape. That Brooklyn is giving them a beating. That Brooklyn's got 15 6-inch guns. Cut them in half. That's what I'm hoping on. It's taking plenty of hits. What's this enemy heavy cruiser doing? It's burning. The Vincennes giving it a good hit. She's burning. Where's my other Kingfisher plane? Let's keep my Kingfishers in action here. The enemy Takeo is sinking. We're sinking. We just sunk the enemy heavy cruiser. Holy shit! Enemy destroyer. Give it a full salvo. I wish for the Vincennes to fire HE shells, take out those transports. The Savannah, I wish for you to target that enemy destroyer, open fire with AP shells. Boise, I wish for you to target that enemy destroyer, open fire, HE shells. Reed, I wish for you to open fire on that enemy transport with HE shells. McCall, I wish for you to take out that enemy transport, opening fire with HE shells. Enemy destroyer, not in good shape. Whoa, I've got a burning destroyer here. Looks like she may have been hit by a torpedo. No. But she's got a lot of gun damage on her. The Dunlap is in bad shape right now. So, second surface engagement of the Battle of Guadalcanal has resulted in thus far, one enemy destroyer sunk, one heavy cruiser sunk, while two enemy heavy cruisers sunk from airstrikes. The enemy has landed his infantry west of Lunga Strait, or west of Lunga Point, and Guadalcanal is now contested. time compression is still not available, so this battle is for the long haul. Enemies firing his anti-aircraft at my Kingfisher, which is up there. How's our ammunition stowage doing? Not good. We're almost out of ammunition. This fleet needs to retire. Let's go ahead and retire my fleet. Alright, so we managed to sink the Minakaze, we sunk the Takeo, and we managed to moderately damage Japanese destroyer. I think this will allow us to reform and compress our advantage. Let's go ahead and launch our next airstrike. 6 Dauntless dive bombers. Alright, here we go. Dauntless dive bombers are now making their airstrike and pound the rest of this enemy fleet. And there's my crash. There's my crash. That's a good time to end the stream right now. I save scummed. I should be able to resume this battle. Oh, God. Hell, it's almost 2 in the morning. Guys, I gotta kill this stream. Let's make sure I can save scum. Get back into it. Stand by. And there's an update, a 1.78 megabyte update. That's updating my game. All right, I got to kill the stream. The game crashed. I've got it save scummed. I should be able to get back pretty close to where we were. Very exciting 2-day battle of Guadalcanal. I really appreciate you guys watching. We'll be continuing this live campaign for the next few days. This has been War on the Sea. This is Led Zamplet. Thank you again for watching. You guys have